Virtus.pro, they also have a lot of on-paper good things against the CK late game, so I do believe that they should be favored here.
Well, we're gonna find out what is the exact situation here in our first elimination game of the Eastern European qualifiers on the road to TI. This would be quite the upset if VP end up losing. However, Lizard is on the mic, so it's almost a guarantee. So put all your channel points on one move right now.
Feels bad, man.
Let's see if this smoke move pays off for them. So we saw, which team was it yesterday that made that massive big wraparound just to plant wards? I think they actually want to get kills here because they already have some vision out. But I think the positioning of VP will probably make that impossible. I don't think a kill is going to happen here.
And let's see, maybe Squadix pops out a little bit.
Nah. Squadix did all his feeding yesterday. I think FNG told him, dude, nah, bro. This can't happen, bro. 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
No kills. Bounty rune trade is going to end up being... It might actually end up favoring one move, depending on how aggressive I13 plays. But nope. He'll just play it safe. 2-2 trade. Everything nice and standard.
Yep. Just a good old trade. No one really feeling that comfortable to fight.
So, Lizard, this is the time I always ask you, fam. Where is our action happening? Which is the kill lane? Which is the madness side of the map?
Like, there are some games where you can't see a kill happening anywhere. I feel like it can happen literally anywhere, even on the mid lane. There's just so much kill potential between these heroes. Like, top lane, you have Ursa CM, that's a kill lane. Dark Willow Centaur, also a kill lane. Mid lane, like, okay, Ember versus Lash, it's kind of more static, but with one good rotation, it can easily become a kill lane as well. So, an exciting laning stage.
Yeah. Both teams have what? Tiny on the one side, Dark Willow on the other. These are definitely 4-position heroes that love to make those moves and see if they can attain some kills. It's gonna be a fun time to watch, but for now, it is Eastern Europe, so we're gonna have just a little bit of farm happening in both sides. Although Ryan Prince might be in a... He has to watch himself. If Antares gets to level 2, then we really could see a kill happening on this Ancient Apparition on bottom.
Yeah, they're just playing the lane out of the lane. They're playing the lane in the jungle. Because Tiny tried to creep skip a bit, and you have to. Like you're talking about level 2, you need to get to those levels. Like if you don't get to those levels, it's a bit difficult to contest CK and AA. So.
Why don't we see more of AA? I feel like there's so many heroes that rely on massive amounts of sustain throughout the game. So we should be seeing a little bit more of this AA. We'll talk about it in a second as Kiritich will cop a little bit of harass in the top lane, but ultimately should be A-okay. Just retreating underneath the tier 1 tower, he's fine.
What do you think about Rawhide, by the way? The permanently gaining 35 max health every 120 seconds on Centaur. Kinda chill. Wait, it was 40, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think it was. They nerfed it. Yeah, they nerfed it. I'm mixed about it. I don't think the hero really needed it. Like, of all the things like that Centaur needed to become better, more HP and more tankability didn't like register as high on the list. I don't know, but it's just, I guess it's just one of those things that they were doubling down on Centaur being tanky kind of situation.
Yeah, like not only do you have that, you also have the horsepower.
The horsepower dude is crazy. This one is a crazy one, honestly. Like, I'm actually more fine with the Rawhide than the horsepower. Horsepower, I definitely didn't think was needed. I mean, he already has an ultimate that gives him the movement speed. Why give him a tool that allows him to close you down without it? Like, this was not necessary.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's kind of a different approach, you know, to everything that we've got right now. But I think it's a bait. Like this Rawhide, I feel like it's a bait in most situations. But when you're playing versus someone like Ursa, you know, you need movement speed. But you have to trade the movement speed for actually being you know, like you have to trade the tankiness for the movement speed so you can get away from, I don't know, Ursa's, Monkey King, stuff like that, and you go 2 bracers and then you can actually have both. You can have one and the other. I mean, not 2 bracers, more. It's like you can buy as many. I've seen 3-4 bracers blade mail. That's the build, and the blink, you know. 3 bracers, blade mail, blink, and then you can have some other slots as well to fit in. The best thing, you know what's crazy? It's like how much people get focused on these things when you're watching in Dota, like in pro games, but in pubs as well. Like, let me give you an example. I've seen a Centaur go 4 bracers top lane, Kiritich getting low, but let me continue my tandem. Yeah. Like 4 bracers into straight heart, you know, like just and you start thinking like, why are you doing that, man? Like, what you're just getting movement speeds. Like, who cares? You're gonna have 40 more movement speed, you know? Or a Darkseer going full on strength because it's gonna give him more agi, you know? Like stuff like that.
Baby. I played a game with a double heart Darkseer the one day. It was really funny.
I mean, okay, cool, but you're a double heart Darkseer. You don't even need intelligence, man. Chill, Kiritich.
He's fine, dude. But Antares is gonna try and at least make sure that they kill off this ancient apparition, and Kiritich will grab the first blood. A little bit too much. Leading in onto Not Me. They should be able to get this kill. Toss coming back in 4 seconds. He goes into the Shadow Realm, but TP is not going to be happening. He is dead for sure. Roshan is going to come through. Just say hello to everybody that's here. They finally see him. He was trying to hide in that little dark spot, but unfortunately, everything in the dark is coming to light. They get the kill, and that's going to be a massive counter move happening in the top lane for VP.
I was hoping that he'll try to. Maybe aggro that rush and play around that. But he didn't. Instead he just went full on, try to run. That was a harder move. But there's like a dark spot, like you said, at the entrance of the pit that you can juke from. Someone enters the same dot you exit. Where did he go? You know, like, I don't know if they fixed it. I think they have. Mid lane.
Mid lane. Ankrat is dead. Ankrat is dead. Is he? He tried to go for the Slider Fist, but unfortunately the Avalanche will come in right as he comes out, and he will get taken away. Great move from Antares and FAG, immediately smoking from top into the mid lane. And I'm seeing these moves, Lizard, and the only question I have on my mind is, where the hell was this VP yesterday?
Honestly, I think this is the same VP. I don't think they changed players. Oh, that jokes aside, stupid jokes aside, I do think that their moves are very, how to put it, telegraphed. Like this move from VP, I think it could have been punished.
Right now they're still playing actually with the FNG sticking around top, but Antares has been away for a while, so a lot of experience and gold has gone towards this Underlord, but that also means that the CK has basically been free farming bottom, getting bigger and bigger. We're gonna see anything strange from Nesfear in his build. I see he's going for the armlet right now.
It's normal. I think it's like armlet. You can go armlet orchid this game. You can go armlet blink orchid. You can get a BKB very early on, which you should. Like eventually you need a BKB. But I would like to see the orchid. Like you're playing versus Ursa, Lash, even the Underlord. It's like a very kill-centered build, but it's not bad by any means.
Top lane, I think Not Me is about to get brought down. Inside the Bramble Maze, Antares made the movement to the top side of the map. He's attempting to TP out and will succeed in this. Antares made the move with the Avalanche a little bit too soon. So, nice escape there.
Yeah, they are moving Ember top though.
They haven't found anything yet, as now noticed. Will get taken down in the bottom lane. They finally punished the fact that Antares is not around to help him out. And Antares is trying to make a move onto Ironcrad. Ironcrad doesn't have a remnant, Lizard. He's actually just gonna die.
Yeah. Top lane as well, they dive the Centaur. As Ember, you have to be careful. You're playing versus Crystal Maiden. This Crystal Maiden hero is really damn good into any sort of a spirit. Like the Frostbite lasts for so long. Of course, you max it out. It's already level 3. It's gonna control you, and if you don't react fast, you will die.
By the way, do you know if Crystal May plays Crystal Maiden?
I'm sure he does. I think there was I think he cosplayed as CM once. I'm not sure, but I feel like he did. Mid lane CM.
I mean, AA, woof. That's going to keep happening, unfortunately, to the Ancient Apparition in this game. You know, earlier we were talking about why don't we see AA all that often? That's probably one of the reasons, right? This hero was just so easy to kill at all stages of the game.
Yeah, long gone are the days of Ancient Apparition. The thing about AA, he was this hero, he was very squishy, but he had one job. Sit in some lane, get experience, and then fire Frost Blast when your teams are about to... Ice Blast when your teams are about to fight, right? But now he has to, because they changed this toolkit, he has to constantly be with the teammates, because he offers a lot. It's not only the Ice Blast. But if you're around a lot, if you're fighting with your teammates, you're dying a lot as well, because you're literally free kill every fight.
They're gonna try to kill Notice right now as he's farming inside the jungle. Let's see if they'll be able to bring him down. Doesn't seem like it. Pit of Malice will end up granting him the necessary salvation. Actually, speaking of this Underlord, right? He has maxed out Firestorm right now. Does that mean that Nesphere can't buy Heart in this game on the CK?
No, it doesn't. I mean, you're gonna max out the Firestorm regardless, right? Like, it's not the optimal build, but you still go for your standards. The only difference I see between CK builds is if you're buying a BKB or not. Some games you can greed out without the BKB, but I think this is not one of those.
You see right now they're trying to make an aggressive incursion into the triangle. Squadix coming up with Antares. Even if they don't get any kills, they'd probably just be happy to zone them away. But it would be nice if they could steal these stacks, but they don't really have the heroes for it at the moment. So they're just going to have to let it go. No Ancients for you, boys. Sorry.
Maybe a tiny kill on the mid lane.
They're going to try get this kill onto Einkrad as well. He, yet again, does not have a defensive remnant out, but they do have the Stampede. That will grant him the escape necessary. Still, it's been so far a very scary game for Einkrad, and he's not doing that well in the net worth department either. Just behind the Underlord even right now.
Yeah, he's not doing great, but he does have a Dark Willow on his side, so you know, you can think about it. We get that level 6 on Dark Willow. Think about some moves afterwards, and pop that Battle on the Ember and just shove him in. Like these Crystal Maidens, even the tiny Lash, they can all die.
By the way, I think that's actually one of my favorite changes that's been made to the game. Being able to put Bedlam on a hero.
On a hero, yeah.
Yeah. Very, very good. I honestly feel like one of those things that should have just been the standard kit from the beginning.
No, I agree. It's just that Dark Willow went through a lot of changes where she was busted as hell anyway. Yeah. So people didn't think about that. They had more pressing things to worry about, you know.
Rushing their axes and their games.
Exactly. But to answer your previous question, the Orchid will be on CK. Like, he will be getting that Orchid. Like, we were playing an Ursa, you know, like you're playing Ursa, Life Stealers, these kind of heroes. You want to be able to silence them before that enrage.
Down bottom, looks like the CK is going to be in a little bit of danger. FNG and Antares took the twin gate to this side of the map, and they're going to try and go for him. They actually toss FNG forward. He throws out the ultimate with the freezing field, and that's going to be enough to grant them the kill. Poor Ryan Prince also made a move into this side of the map. He will get bailed out by the Stampede as the rest of one move filter in to try and at least punish somebody else except FNG, but they can't get the close down in time. This is, yeah, you get the one kill back on FNG, but losing Nefir does not feel good right now.
Yeah, he's being a bit more aggro because his lane was good, and then he's just boss of the map, or feeling like the boss of the map. Meanwhile, he should probably just be doing the classic farm around the pool, right? Like where all the couriers are right now. Just go behind the tier 2, farm there, chill. There is no necessity to expose yourself, especially if your ulti is off cooldown. On cooldown, that is, so.
Checked up, bro. They're gonna try and actually get a punish finally. Coming in from one move. This is one of the bigger moves they've made on the map, but will they be able to get a kill? Antares actually comes top to try and assist Kiritich in bringing down the Centaur. SSSS is gone. The Ice Blast though connects onto Kiritich, able to bring him down, and the Bedlam damage will also secure the kill onto Antares. So although they lose Centaur, nonetheless, a successful move overall for one move.
Yeah, like, is it though? Like, you're rotating 4 heroes in, like 5 even, like all 5 heroes top, and you lose your offlaner to 2 heroes. I feel like in general this isn't good because a lot of map is being farmed by the enemy team, and it should have been clean. Like, it should have been without the centaur dying. That's the way I see it. But okay, they still do get a kill on Ursa. They slow him down a little bit, but unfortunately for them, they kill him after he has already completed the Battle Fury. So not gonna slow down that big impact item that just makes his farming speed so much faster.
Yeah. Man, outside of the, we were talking about how CK can match up decently into the Ursa. Outside of the CK though, this Ursa game looks amazing, dude. This is a fun and free Ursa game for the most part. The only thing you have to worry about is Ember remnanting away and Dark Willow going into the Shadow Realm.
There's some Ice Blast problems as well, like from the Ancient Apparition, he can be annoying, but Enrage is just strong versus anything, so...
Yeah. What a spell, dude.
Exactly, I mean, just the fact that you can also Earth Shock to Enrage for me is just mad.
Yeah. Top lane, poor Rhine Prince. I think we know what's about to happen. Sauce fam. Rod of Atos procced out by the Underlord, and that's going to be a very easy kill. And they kill the courier that had the recipe for the Orchid. Okay, that feels good. That's always nice.
Yeah, he's not going to have it. Like, if you look at his gold...
Oh, he doesn't have the cornucopia.
Yeah, he doesn't have the cornucopia, so he needs like 1200 more. It's going to be... Basically, he needs 2 more minutes to finish off the Orchid, so it's kind of okay. Not... It won't be delayed that much, at least.
One thing that is worrying me, we saw Notice, like you mentioned, he went for that Rod of Atos. They actually might be able to use it again middle, but not me. Caught out right now inside the Pit of Malice. He goes into the Shadow Realm. There's going to be the Avalanche and the kill coming in from Antares. And to make matters worse, that's also going to contribute gold towards Notice picking up his Pipe. I feel like Pipe is a big problem for one move to deal with in this game.
And Roshan as well, like they don't really take Rosh that easily. Meanwhile, you have an Ursa on the other side. How do you really contest this?
I miss the days of level 1 Ursa Roches, man. That was good times. That was fun times. Middle, not fun times for some of these heroes. Antares almost got killed off, but he will survive. Now his allies are streaming in to try and defend him. They have the Stampede though on the side of one move, so nobody's gonna die here. Maybe not anybody mid, but down bottom is gonna be the Ancient Apparition getting taken down solo by Noticed.
What was he doing there, by the way? He's trying to ward, I guess. It's minute 16, the Wisdom Rune is long gone. So just trying to set something up, maybe set up some wards. Gets caught, gets picked off, killed. And that's that extra gold that Underlord needs for the Pipe. So.
Yeah, Pipe finished now, it's on the way. So a lot less damage available. The middle, if they end up getting some of these kills, we're also going to get closer to Squadix getting his full Kaya going. They get the remnants or the slight chains out onto Antares, but ultimately they still end up losing the Dark Willow first, so they're not going to be able to chase this Tiny.
Oh, by the way, he's moving for Aghanim's on Underlord after the Pipe. No, that's going to be cool as well. Like, Aghanim's, I haven't seen too many Underlord games.
Oh no, top, Kiritich, oh no. Somewhere in his house, Winter is talking trash because he says Kiritich dies like this way too often. And unfortunately, it happens again.
It's a sign of a good carry, you know, you have to feed a little bit on the enemy side of the map. That means that you're pushing the boundaries. Like, sometimes these feeds, I know we joke a lot about it, but sometimes when you feed on the enemy side of the map, it can be good for your team. You're just constantly going in their face. You'd rather have a 4 do that maybe, or a 5, but 4 or a 5 doesn't require as big of a response. But when you do that, you're forcing them to make a move on you. Everyone is visible on the map, like your other heroes are free to do whatever they want to. It's not great. I'm not justifying it. As a core, as a carry, probably you don't want to die too many times.
I think wasn't it Yatoro that was talking about Nightfall at one point and saying that the only issue he has with Nightfall as a carry player is Nightfall is too scared to die. And sometimes you just have to be willing to sacrifice your life. So I think that fits into that particular parameter that you're mentioning now.
Are you talking
I'm with you,
about,
honestly.
You're talking about BKB TP?
Yes.
I see.
Still though, 5k gold lead for VP.
Or that's
as we're approaching
Toronto.
on
But I
20.
mean, it fits the same narrative, right? Like BKB TPing. Bot lane Ember gets wrecked. Frostbite too strong, man.
Very, very, very good spell against these spirits, like you mentioned.
You know, like this thing that you mentioned about carries being too afraid to die. It can be said for any core really. Offlaner or mid. Offlaners don't really have that problem because they're kind of used to feeding. But like there's a bunch of players that when they improve in that aspect, they become so much better. Because the thing is, all of them are originally pub players, right? And how do you win pubs? You win pubs by never dying. You just make all the right moves and you win alone. You're playing some broken hero and you're winning alone. Well, that's usually not how it works in a competitive game. You have to team fight very often. Well, let's see. There's a smoke going top.
Yeah. Although this move was scouted, they have an observer ward positioned perfectly on the dire side of the map. Although BP does get a good scan out. They are aware that the Tormentor is being taken. The question is, do they really want to make this big move? They do have Blink Dagger on both Ursa and the Tiny. And the only person they see though right now though is Ascent. I don't think they're going to go for this. Time to back off, boys.
Was a nice idea, but just a little bit too slow.
I'm starting to get worried though, because I'm looking at the itemization. Leshrac has the Eternal Shroud. We have the Pipe of Insight available on Notice. And we are just about to get BKB out on this Ursa. So if a team fight breaks out in the next few minutes, even without the Aegis, how does one move actually get these kills? What's the plan, like in terms of their engagements?
How does one move get their kills? I think they can still. They have good initiation and never underestimate the Ice Blast and how much that can do. Some Ice Blast, Orchid on the Chaos Knight once he finalizes his BKB. He won't really worry that much about the Lesh, about the Underlord. So I love this move, by the way. Snatch the Wisdom Rune and then go take your own and the Tormentor.
They Fiend's Gate for it. That's so funny, actually. Anything to get an advantage, and then of course they just go back, finish off another Ancient stack. I mean, we don't get to see too many of these kind of moves being pulled off with the Fiend's Gate. I like this idea. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's centered around the Fiend's Gate quite a lot. If you look at his item build as well, he's going for Ags next, so like full on. Let's play around the Fiend's Gate kind of a deal. And like you're playing versus Emperor, you're playing versus Chaos Knight. More Pit of Malices always come in handy. So more control, and I respect it. I like it. I won't mind some armor on him as well, some extra armor like a Shiva's or something too. But okay, he's buying Lotus after this, so there you go.
Okay. It's gonna give him a ton of armor that he needs.
Ember
they're gonna go into Aincrad. He is woo! Well, you know, you were saying that CM is a problem for spirits. Rod of Atos and Pit of Malice are even bigger ones.
Yeah,
no Aincrad available.
Such a bad that they smoked up mid though.
Mid lane, they're gonna go for Squadix. Ice Blast lands on him, but the Eternal Shroud keeping him alive right now. But eventually, CK jumps on his face and kills him off with the BKB. Now the question is, can they keep this fight going as their supports starting to lose out on the HP department? Not me. Underneath the tier 2 tower, Freezing Field coming through from FNG. It's gonna do enough damage to kill off the Centaur. Dark Willow dies next as well, and Kiritich easily able to chase down the Ancient Apparition with his BKB. Ryan Prince is gone, Not Me is devastated. And that is 4 heroes, everybody except CK dying in that fight.
Yeah, that was a really nice punish. Like they noticed, okay, they're taking too long to kill off this Slash. At first, I was worried about Ursa and Tiny because they didn't really commit on the same targets. They just went in, kinda YOLO'd it. But they just continued chasing. FNG made the right call to just slow them down a little bit further. The Freezing Field was good enough. Just the slows, that's all they needed. Just slow them down, Get the Ursa on top and you're gonna get the kills.
Bro, check out FNG. He's about to pick up a Blink Dagger on his Crystal Maiden as we look through this replay. Like, when we're starting to see the problem with this Eternal Shroud, the pipe, all of these sources of magic resist, just making it so much harder to kill off that Lesh quickly. And like you say, the punish just becomes much easier afterwards. Shout out FNG. Let's see the Freezing Field. Ugh! That's all the Crystal Maiden players, Crystal May, wherever you're at. Watch this replay, bro. You probably feel good.
Yeah, like, but don't watch his yesterday's replays.
No, not those.
Just watch the ones from today, yeah.
Mid lane, or in the jungle rather, Radiant side will smoke up. One move, want to do something, but Antares is positioned to break the smoke and blink away if necessary. Fortunately for one move, they go in the opposite direction, but they don't have any vision of a target to go on right now. They are very, very dark on the map at the moment.
I mean, just look at the towers. Tier 1 mid lane, tier 1 bottom lane still standing. Usually, why you want to take them is because it opens up the map and these smokes become much easier to do. Like this, it's very unlikely they're going to connect on anyone.
We were speaking about this yesterday, right? About how basically all the teams that were winning were able to more consistently play around their own vision and have much more awareness of where the enemy actually is. It's sort of similar now, even though one move potentially could have gotten some kills with that smoke, just nowhere to go. But now, VP do not have that same problem. They have wards that see these heroes. They just saw the Centaur moving bottom. They know for a fact that where these heroes are at. In fact, Ironclad is going to be the one that's caught out. Oh no! Ironclad! He's going to get himself inside the Avalanche. There's the damage from Kiritich, and Ironclad is gone. In the meantime, FNG does get picked off by the CK. So it's a 1-for-1 trade at the moment, but it's about to become 2 as they find the Ancient Apparition as well. Terrorize will not save him here. A couple of more right clicks from Kiritich is all it'll take. Squadic will claim the kill. And Antares jumping forward, looking for Nesfure. Unable to get the toss back though. So 2-for-1 trade in the end, and yet again, another death for this Ember Spirit.
Yeah, I think they made 2 calls in that fight, because FNG just straight up went for the Chaos Knight and everyone else went for the Ember, so FNG is like, okay, I guess I'm dead now. Like, the Chaos Knight just quickly erases him. You can really see the power of the CK, and he's really not bothered using his ulti anymore. CK? He's got BKB.
No. Okay, he does have BKB. He should be able to get himself out of here. But that always feels bad, man. Just having to pop BKB just to run away, like there's no prospect of getting a kill out of it, not good.
Yeah, it's not great. That was his 8-second BKB as well. But, yeah, you know, what can you do? Better than not to die, so... better than dying. So he's gonna buy some Manta now next, I believe, right? Yeah, he's got the Manta queued up on CK. We'll see if he can manage to mount a comeback, because right now it's not looking that great. He's keeping up with the farm. He's third on the net worth charts.
The big thing though for the side of one move is that they've just picked up the Ironclad BKB. So most of the deaths that we've seen him suffer up until this point probably won't happen in the same fashion again.
Wasn't this like the last pick Ember? It was, right? Like, they picked it very late.
It was very late. Yeah. Top lane, they're gonna get the kill onto Antares, but he's happy about this. He was debating them, creating space for his team to finish off the Aegis, or finish off the Rosh and get the Aegis. So, it's fine death for him.
Yeah, I mean, they probably could have taken the Rosh even without the Tiny dying, because they have this Ursa Lash that we're hitting it for such a long time. But overall, breaking the smokes, that's basically why he was there.
He drew the necessary attention. Kiritich now has an Aegis and a cheese, working towards his Abyssal Blade. And one move now in that position where he has to wait out again. Definitely don't want to be engaging directly into an Aegis. Dude, do they see Ironclad? They know where he's... Oh my god, they actually have vision. He does have a remnant though, but he might... Oh my god. He nearly died even though he had a safety remnant. Man, the damage from Kiritich right now is so scary.
If that was me, I would get bashed like 5 times in a row and die. That's what the professional players know how to do better. You know, they don't get bashed.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They do not get bashed. They know what's up. Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, Ursa just farming the Ancients, chilling. Has that Aegis for what, 3 more minutes? Abyssal next. Once he completes this Abyssal, he won't be able to do as much with the Ember, even with the BKB. But I don't know. I still have this feeling that Chaos Knight might be able to carry this. You know, like, just I'm a big fan of the hero.
Well, unfortunately, he's not going to be getting help from Aincrad in that regard because the Ember Spirit, even with the BKB, still ends up getting picked off in the top side of the map. It's going to leave a lot of opening for VP to try and assault this lane of Rax. The tier 3 tower already at half. With no buyback available on Ember and still having an Aegis on Ursa. Find it unlikely that they're going to just back off before at least taking the full set.
Absolutely no reason to back off. And this is a position where Underlord feels so good. Like you're playing an area, you know, like area that they have to come to. You just plant this bit of malice. You know that there's no Phantasm. Like he just used it a second earlier. So you just kill the illusions as well. This is a lane of Rax. Easy.
Free Rax before the Ember even respawns. You get out scot-free. That's also gonna complete the Abyssal Blade for Ursa. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah,
Abyssal Blade, big BKB, Battle Fury, and a Paladin Sword. Good luck, enemy heroes, dealing with this guy.
Yep. Very well put. Good luck. Let's see. Maybe some Phantasm. This is basically a fight that one move needs to take. They need to take it around this tier 2 tower. Maybe go from around. Like, you don't want to be fighting into an Aegis, but you also don't want to lose the full map. You don't want to let them have everything. And they also might get debated if they see Underlord down bottom. They might think, okay, maybe this is the play, but...
See how they're gonna approach this. One move. Just run headlong. I've always thought that, like, when you're playing from dire side, taking tier 2 mid, one of the most difficult things. We'll talk about it in a second, because Antares gets a toss back onto the Dark Willow, and they should be able to kill her off. She's inside the Shadow Realm, though, and the Pin of Malice catches 4 heroes from Noticed. Who they're going to be able to kill off, though? Everyone's still alive on the Radiant side. Bedlam gets thrown out onto the Centaur as well. They even pop the Stampede, but now Aincrad, his BKB is finished. So Squadix and Kiritich jump on his ass and kill him off. No buyback available from Aincrad. And that should be a second lane of Rax. Antares, who's going forward, gets the Avalanche out onto the Dark Willow, trying to toss her back, but not going to be able to do so. Instead, gets dragged in by the CK, and Nesphia will put in the damage necessary to kill him off. In the meantime, though, Centaur, he went forward, able to kill off FNG. How did that happen? Kiritich now on the high ground. He is not going to be able to rejoin his team immediately. They'll take away the Aegis. Does cost the life of the Dark Willow to accomplish that, though. But now, what about the follow-up fight? Blink out from Kiritich. He's on the low ground. 1v1 versus the Centaur. But they know where he's at, and they don't have the supports available. One move, we're going to try and chase this. They even bought back on the Centaur and Dark Willow. They need these kills, Liz, but they're not going to find them.
I mean, they hold at least, right? Like, they hold. They don't lose the tier 3 tower. They manage to hold. They do lose some heroes, and they do force a couple of buybacks. But, like, looking at this, for me, there is some hope, at least for one move. Like, you can see that they can mount a defense, if nothing else. But there's one person that really needs to stop dying, and that's Aincrad. Like, he's having a really rough game. Like, this is basically 4 versus 5 90% of the time.
Mate, top. He actually might die again. He might have cursed him. Lizard, what have you done? Lizard, what have you done? Okay, there's the BKB, but the Ursa was trying to come through. He's not there in time.
Yeah.
Woo! That was close.
Yeah. No, not gonna happen. Instead, what Ursa is gonna do is steal your Tormentor. So, another shard. Actually, never mind, I'm crazy. Another shard for Squadix. He didn't steal anyone's, he got his own.
Now we have the Split Earth talent, or the Split Earth shard. It's going to be very nice for Squadix. Are we down to 6 seconds already on the BKB for Aincrad? Yeah, we are. It's a tough situation.
And he died every time he used it, more or less, you know. It's even worse. Oh, I have this BKB to save myself. Never mind again. And Ursa, by the way, if you check him out, he has only a point booster left remaining, so he will have the Aghanims for the next fight. They might force it before, but probably easier just to wait for the Ags. They have the Lotus, of course, on Notice. They've had it before. Like Clash finishing off. What is this? Just a Bloodstone, I suppose. But is he going for Bloodstone? Let me check the inventory of the courier. Yeah, he is. Okay, cool.
Alright. Oh, we're gonna see right now a smoke coming out from one move. Unfortunately, the only person they find is FNG. Dude, no way! No way, bro. FNG! Woo! Breaking the smoke, making space, and ruining yet another move from the side of one move.
Yeah, slaps them with some voice lines as well. Like, what can you do?
This is the point, if I'm him at that exact moment, that's when I drop the question mark.
Yeah, but it's so difficult, right? Like, you have a ward that they haven't awarded, full duration dire ward in the Radiant high ground. This one on the left, so they didn't kill it. So there's a lot of vision from there. The lanes are constantly shoved in. You can't even go out on a map because you know there's a Pit of Malice follow-up with the Aghanim's of Fiend's Gate. So you can't even split push that easily. It's very difficult to leave without being noticed.
And now they're gonna utilize that ward that you're talking about. As you said, it's still full duration. Antares was trying to find a catch onto Not Me. Not gonna be able to do so. Man, this ward is really problematic.
Look
They're
at
actually
them.
all gonna mass TP bottom. They're gonna try and steal the Roshan.
They're scouted. They're scouted.
Okay.
They pinged them out. Look at this.
I don't know about this. They actually know that these heroes are now alone in the mid lane. They're going on to Einkrad. He does have the BKB, but yet again, he might die throughout the BKB. Once more, he's gone. They take down the Ancient Apparition as well, and Not Me will complement their deaths by falling to. The big cores were all down bottom, but they're not going to be able to accomplish anything. It looks like the beginning of the end here, Lizard. Nesphere is going to try and maybe make a small wrap play, but they've got two buybacks. Will they utilize them? Yes, they do. They're going on to Squadix as well as Kiritich. Kiritich though pops the enrage, and now they turn their attention onto Nesphere. He cannot survive this. Kiritich is too damn strong. Everybody's dead in the base, and this game is over. GG, well played is called. Virtus.pro take game one in this lower bracket matchup in the Eastern European qualifiers for TI.
That one damned award, man. It scouted everything out. They execute properly. Like, 4 heroes in, I heavily favored VP. 5 heroes in, I actually favor one move, which is crazy to say. Crazy situation to happen, but these last 2 picks, I think, are better for one move. But Kiritich, if I remember, like, he's this alchemist player, so he's gonna prove me wrong with his alch, I'm sure.
Let's see how the game is gonna unfold as we do get into it. Game 2, and unfortunately for one move, Lizard is the 2-0 merchant, so does not necessarily bode well for them. But nonetheless, this draft, definitely think it gives them more opportunity to make plays on the map.
Seconds to battle.
But the main thing it's going to come down to is Einkrad. We need him to have a solid lane, which he should be able to accomplish versus Storm Spirit, right?
Yeah. Like, I don't think the lane was that big of an issue in the last game, though. Like, the lane itself, he had a decent one. It's just that he fed afterwards, you know? That was the problem. That's, yeah, mixologist. Basically, you can brew up faster. Your potions, you brew them up much faster when you're in chemical rage. It makes sense, right? Like, you put ice in that cocktail shaker, and you need to, like, shake the ice until it's gone. And if you're in your chemical rage, you can shake your arm faster.
Even faster, exactly.
Makes sense.
Well, we're now getting started. We had a even bounty rune trade. Nothing's going to be weird in that regard. Where are the kill lanes this time around? I see quite a few, right? There's Sand King Muerta down bottom. They have Alchemist Phoenix as well, which can maybe go on the Muerta. They've got Jug, Dark Willow top, Skywrath Mage, Centaur. My god, this should be a lot of action in this game as well.
Yeah, should be. Bot lane might be a bit more passive, like between the Phoenix and the Alchemist. It's not like a lane that, you know, straight up wins every engagement. So gotta be a bit more careful between FNG and Kiritich. Sand King is still strong in the laning stage, so have to put some respect on those two. And on top lane, of course, Antares, if he's out of position, he's just dead. He's just a dead chicken, you know, like Brambles plus Blade Fury. It's not a fun thing to play against. At the same time, he's just hitting the jug, and this is how you play this lane. You just keep him low so that he can't even approach you.
Yep. Nesphere is not going to enjoy his time in the lane, The only way to turn this around, maybe they get a couple of kills once he hits level 3. We'll see how things go for this Juggernaut. He also went for the Blade Fury talent, or the Blade Fury facet. I'm still struggling to like remember that they're called facets and not like just enhanced talent.
Same, yeah. It's weird that some of them can be broken and some can't, by the way, as well.
The nature of Dota, my friend.
Yeah. It's like just completely. I guess it's not that random. It's just if it's bound to one of your passives, then it's breakable. If it's not, then it's not. Something like that. You know, if it's like bound to your third spell, whatever, like retaliate. If he had something bound to retaliate, it could be broken. Something like that, basically. If it's like Phoenix with his blinding. Actually, he went for the Sunray hotspot. He didn't go for the other talent. Wow, FNG, really? Okay.
What's the read like between these two talents? Why do you go for one over the other?
In all of my games so far, I've said that I'm gonna go for the Sunray talent, face it a million times, and I never did. Because the other one just feels too damn good. But okay. Like sometimes when you have good control, like you can go for the Sunray talent, and I feel like it's unexplored. Like the Sunray talent might be actually the better one, even though the first one is broken.
I imagine part of the rationale in this game was he sees the Juggernaut and he's like, look, if I just play normally as a Phoenix, it's going to be a much tougher game for me. And my main I think one of his roles is going to be just keeping Kiritich alive, making sure that when he gets jumped, he does not die. So being able to sit super far back with the Sunray,
yeah, that
might be able to make it easier.
Maybe even go for that old school build with the Aether Lance, you know, stand super far back and just spam that Sunray. Plus, you know what, like Aether Lance, you can build into, nice try on the grenade. You can build into E-Blade now, right? So E-Blade versus Jug, also good. I don't think it's gonna happen, but some theory crafting here.
I like how when I started laughing, you knew exactly what I was laughing at as top. Not much laughter coming out of Notice right now, but gets out the Stomp, should be A-okay, destroys the Healing Ward as well. Still in a bit of an awkward spot, but doesn't have to worry about the Blade Fury, so he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, absolutely chill. He went for the triple bracer horsepower as well. 1300 HP, minute 4, nothing wrong with that. Basically doubling the HP of Jug at this point.
Seems fair and balanced to me. I don't see any issues with this.
I mean, the hero isn't solo winning games, at least, so he's very annoying to lane against, but they're doing a good job so far. Jug 19 last hits, losing a bit, but nothing crazy.
Let's take a gander towards the mid lane right now. Einkrad versus Squadix. And I say a gander because, my god, this is going to be boring. They're just trading farm, man. Everything is fine. So, cool. The question is, you know, in the previous game we had heroes that could make easier rotations mid. We do have some of these heroes here. But what are the prospects? Which lane is likelier to leave their offlaner alone to try and assist mid?
You can... Realistically, you can leave the Sand King and you can leave the Jug. So it's on Dire. I feel like Dire, it's first and foremost, it's easier to rotate for them, and also you probably want to kill off the Storm before 6. But it looks like Sky is here as well. Antares is also here.
Turns out the answer to the question is both teams, because
everyone.
Everyone's like, go mid, boys. Sadly, they're not going to be able to accomplish their missions, and it looks like the level 6s for these mid laners will be achieved without either of them dying. Which then does mean that they have the potential to move elsewhere on the map and try to create havoc there.
Squadix will get his 6 a bit earlier though, so Einkrad, are they gonna rotate? I feel like if your Storm hits 6 this early on, you still rotate in.
Bottle Rune for the illusion gets picked up by Squadix, and everyone's just chilling with these supports mid. Does mean that some of the cores in the side lanes are just happily farming away. 6 minutes in, Liz, we still don't have a single kill in the game just yet.
Yeah, I'm talking about kill lanes that we prophesized. Absolutely nothing happening. I just want to see what Sand King builds as well. What his item build will be. So far, 2 bracers, and we might get that kill.
Finally, Antares makes a move bottom, and they should be able to find Triple S. Sadly, there's no way out of this one, my friend. If you were Triple H, maybe Evolution will show up to bail you out, but sadly, you're only Triple S, so you are dead.
I'm not gonna pretend I understood that reference. I just know who Triple H is. Evolution and all this stuff is way too advanced tech for me, you know. Jug, actually, Nasir might... Is he gonna steal it? It's Einkrad
They got it for
does.
Einkrad.
Yeah.
He's actually going... Where is he going right now? Okay, he went back middle.
Just
The
went-
TP for bottom was the Sand King. Okay.
Really nice play, because I believe they got the other one as well. Yeah, Not Me got the other Wisdom runes, so... A lot of experience difference now for the supports. on move.
Dude, did you see this down bottom? There's an observer ward. They scouted the smoke. They know what it's coming. Dude, this vision game is gonna be really problematic if they can exploit it, but doesn't seem like they are fully prepared for this maneuver. Not Me was going to try and break the smoke, but sadly it's a Storm and a Skywrath Mage, and they just kill him off. I'm very surprised that he actually stepped out, because like I said, they literally saw the smoke happening right in front of the eyes.
I would say that it wasn't even on him. I would say it was on the Sand King being a bit too afraid. Like, they can only jump on one. So why not stand next to him? And if he does get jumped, you counter. Never mind. Storm mid.
Okay, he's inside of Bramble right now. Gonna get stunned up by the Curse Crown. Squadix is falling low, and Squadix will end up dead. Silenced up by the Calling. Einkrad jumping onto the high ground. He'll find Antares. This time around, the vision that they have will result in a kill. A double for Einkrad, and already a much, much better game for the mid laner of one move.
Yeah. Already he's making some moves. He's not the one being hunted down by a Crystal Maiden Frost by 24/7. He had to redeem himself. Like, you look at that game 1, it doesn't matter if you lose or win game 2, you just have to have a better game, and that's what he is having. Squadix will have a nice little, what is that, a triple stack? Also not too bad.
It's 3 heroes in the mid lane for one move, and Einkrad is about to get his second charge back, but it's out of mana. Don't think they'll be able to make a big move happen mid, but they're maybe going to try in the top lane. They smoke up. They're heading on that side of the map. Juggernaut also has access to the Omni Slash, so if they find Notice, they should be able to kill him. It's on Notice to make sure he doesn't get caught by this. Where is he headed? They have an Observer Ward that might be able to scout him if he heads further to the east.
Dire are scanning.
And they see him. He is definitely going to end up dead here. Went in for the Stampede, but got dragged back in by the Aether Remnants. Easy kill for one move. And the tip, I don't know if the tip was necessary after that, but nonetheless, you know, Einkrad does need to feel himself, so maybe the ego boost is necessary for the mid laner.
Whatever, you know, like, give him as much as you can give him after that game 1. He needs to feel like a player again.
He's actually going to feel like a player middle, because he goes in onto Einkrad. They easily kill him off. Squadix will be caught inside the Calling. Silence stop. The Aether Remnant misses, though, so they're not going to be able to find this kill. FNG, in the meantime, on the side with the Sunray, providing the regen. And the fight will end, but still, nice attempt from one move, and they still did get the kill onto the Skywrath Mage mid.
Yeah, they're having a lot of luck with the runes as well. Squadix is getting it every single time. It's like they secure one side and it always spawns there. But overall, these supports on Virtus.pro, I mean, because of those Wisdom runes being snatched, aren't ready to play the game. FNG still not 6. Same goes with the Skywrath, only level 4.5. So they just have to go to a lane. They need to give these guys. Okay, Phoenix, he can farm the jungle easily, but Skywrath, I feel like either kills are necessary or just go to the lane to get your levels.
Still only 6 kills here as we encroach upon the 11-minute mark. How are our carries doing? Alchemist, just doing Alchemist things down bottom, nothing interesting. And Juggernaut also just doing Jug things. His Maelstrom, he just needs the Mithril Hammer to finish it. Javelin is en route.
Yep, Kiritic, just now when you talked about him, he just finished off his Sacred Relic and he's gonna have Radiance in basically one creep camp. So Radiance completed on Kiritic. He did free farm down bottom.
Are they trying to go unnoticed again? They see him. They really want him. Bedlam thrown out onto the Void Spirit. It might have been a bit too soon, though. He does actually get the vision out. The Bedlam actually has scouted them, so he knows what's coming, but no more Stampede available. Dodges the Aether Remnant, but there's no way out of this one, buddy. Too many heroes around. Multiple methods of canceling the TP, and another kill onto the Centaur.
Mid lane.
Trying to defend the tower here. I don't think they actually want to fight. I think they're just happy to clear out this creep wave.
Yep.
Zone them back on VP. And I mean, the difference, even in the early laning phase, not just regarding kills, but where the lanes are, it's just night and day. They're actually going to jump on Einkrad, but there's no way they actually get this kill, right? He does not have any one charges anymore. Only one thing remaining in the bottle, but he does have access to the jump away with the Dissimulate. Kiritich shows up, throws the Unstable Concoction out onto Muerta, gets zoned back though by the Terrorize, and Muerta just TP's out with the Pierce the Veil. Very nicely done by one move.
Nice little TP. One thing that I need to say that's a big difference between VP Game 1 and VP Game 2 is the amount of catch and control. Like in Game 2, it's all on your cores. And that sometimes that's a problem because your cores don't want to be the only ones committing in just to catch someone. You have this Skyrat, I really think he needs an Atos. But he's so damn poor with levels and with gold. Antares isn't gonna have as much fun as he had in Game 1. And on the other side, you have Phoenix. Like, he can also buy Atos. Like, this hero can buy anything. But like, Phoenix, it truly doesn't matter what you buy. Just itemize for the game. But they do need catch. They need more of it.
I mean, you were mentioning in the post-game how well Antares did, not just to like make moves across the map in Game 1, but to drag one move with him, force them to respond.
Yep.
In this game, playing Skywrath Mage, I mean, you can just see how different the lanes are when one move doesn't feel that constant pressure to have to make those response moves. They still have most of their towers in a healthier position. They just lost the tier 1 mid, but, you know, whatever.
Yep. It's
much better game overall.
A much better game, but also mid lane, Squadix, there's a Mage Slayer.
Is he actually gonna die here? There's Bedlam on top of this. Void Spirit, Einkrad trying to go for Squadix. Squadix, will he die to the Cursed Crown? No, he won't. He's fine. He is A-OK. They're not gonna jump him afterwards.
Does that even deal damage?
No, I thought like after he got stunned, they're gonna jump him. With
Okay, yeah, I see. I'm like, did something change? Is there like a facet or something? But yeah, okay, in any case, very unfortunate bot lane, however.
Kiritich goes into his ultimate, but they should be able to bring him down. Epicenter from Triple S makes it very easy for them to kill off Kiritich, and they can pressure the tier 1 tower as well.
Oh, Arcane. Nice deny. Very nicely done. Storm might be careful here.
Yeah, they will pop up the Supernova from FNG, but I don't think they're going to be able to. Will they be able to destroy it? Yes, they will. They take it down. It's only level 1, and now they're reaching in for the Storm Spirit as well. Squadix will die. Einkrad, he's still going forward and forward and forward. Stampede will be popped off by the Centaur as he came in with this Blink Dagger, but it is not going to be enough to actually kill any of these one-move heroes. Not me, as well as Einkrad, TP out. More kills happening mid, and the redemption arc for this Einkrad Void Spirit continues.
It's such a sad Phoenix game. I mean, okay, the egg wasn't perfect. He could have fired a couple of extra fire spirits on other heroes.
Is he gonna die? Yeah, he will.
And then used it, but this is a problem. This Centaur that just died is basically their main means of, oh my god, that's a fat stack. Forget everything I said. This guy's just about to finish off a BKB.
Okay, let's see how much gold he gets out of this. He's at 600 before the stack. Unless they kill him. Dude, this would be the best kill ever. They find him low and they get the kill. One move. Make the best possible move. They not just kill the alchemist, they take away his stacks as well, denying him that much needed progression.
Wrap it up, boys. We're going game 3. Oh, that move was so good. That feels amazing, especially if you're the Sand King as well. You pop that Sandstorm, you get so much gold right there. You kill the Alchemist and all the Ancients and the Heart Camp. Ooh, that feels good, man.
Damn. That, yeah. I wish you could, honestly, I just want to hear somebody laughing. I wish you could hear their voices right now. They must be ecstatic about that one. Good times are rolling for the one move lineup. And the thing about them right now, not just that they get that kill, that also put them in the gold lead position. And whenever you have a team gold lead against an Alchemist draft, like it says 2K, but it always feels like 5 or 6 in the state of the actual game.
Yeah, the only thing, like, it's too early to discuss this, of course. But these two no stun supports are really hurting VP, at the moment at least. They need to find a way to deal with that. Maybe some, like we mentioned, Atos or something. What Antares is building, he's going for Solar Crest. Okay. Okay, all cards into the Alchemist, all the eggs in one basket. Well, two, Alchemist and the Centaur, and hope for the best. But it's these stuns, another issue is these stuns are telegraphed. It's not like an instant stun. You know, like Concussion and the stun from Centaur, you can react to those.
Yeah, and they have two heroes that have 0 cost point spells, right? Can Blade Fury out of it, you can Dissimulate out of it. Very problematic. Speaking of Dissimulate, we're about to have another kill in favor of Einkrad.
Nesphere
he heads bottom to pick off FNG. And Nesphere is also going to end up dead. Oh my gosh, they dropped the Mystic Flare on him with Notice. That is a big kill.
Yeah, they read where he's going to be. They had good vision. So they just used this ward called Sentry Ward is not actually a Sentry Ward. It's an Observer Ward. So it scouted out Jug and long range silence. A good thing from Antares to max out Ancient Seal. If for nothing else for the range, this is the best silence in the game.
Ancient Seal, what a spell. Well, Death will set them back somewhat, but at least they bring in reinforcements top to keep the tier 1 tower alive. So still have as much map control, or trying to keep as much map control as humanly possible. They're actually making a move towards middle. Triple S has a Blink Dagger, but I don't think that the Storm Spirit is going to show himself that easily. I don't think they're going to find a kill like that.
Man, they're so ready to fight. They're going to find someone. Like, they're this much mobility. It's very hard to...
Looks like that someone is going to be Antares. As he gets jumped in the top lane, there's going to be Einkrad. Now that's the kill that they can find for themselves.
Unstoppable. 606 after just dying. How many? 9 times in game 1?
9 times,
yeah,
bro.
This is
9 times.
This is much different. One thing that did come online for VP though that might change things a bit is the BKB on Alchemist. So the next fights might be a little bit easier. You have also Orchid on Squadex. Meanwhile, on the other side, you still don't have a Manta on Void Spirit. You still don't have a Manta on Jug. So you should use this time perhaps to kill off these cores once or twice, slow them down a bit.
That being said, Einkrad is only 800 gold away from his Manta. So the window is closing very rapidly. And this Juggernaut just needs the recipe to get there. Also, for Einkrad, I just checked the previous game, right? He has 12 kill contributions here. That's 4 times as many as he achieved in game 1.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. What a game.
And in 20 minutes, you know, it's not like it's not even over yet. But we'll see. There's still a lot of time. Maybe some comeback potential for the Virtus.pro squad, but this time around, they just have to outplay them in these team fights. That's the way you come back into it. Kiritich with his Blink Dagger, which is completed in like 200 gold, can jump together with the Storm with the Scent, but bot lane...
Yeah, they're going for this.
They have the perfect scan.
They see them do the vision. This is going to be a Burrow Strike perfectly onto these heroes. Both of them are gone in a blink of an eye. No Notice, no Antares, no heroes for VP. In one move, continue their run of early game domination.
Like, good luck playing Skyrat into these heroes. Like, you want to play the outskirts of the fight, you know, you're kind of spamming spells, keeping distance. Meanwhile, there's a Sand King with a Blink Burrow Strike, and there's also Void Spirit that gets on top of you. Like, it's just not gonna happen. You need cores to jump in first. You need a Storm, you need this Alchemist. They need to go in first, and then maybe you can play the game.
Storm is busy working on a BKB for himself. The Alchemist already has his own one. So I imagine once they find those that BKB timing, they have to try and make something happen on the map. What's Alchemist going for next? Just usual Alchemist stuff. AC coming. Whatever, nothing special. Regular old Alch stuff. The old trade tier 1s, mid for top. With one move, definitely happy to do it because they're also setting up to mount a push onto the tier 2 tower. At least force it in.
Remember back in the day when we would get names on heroes, like player names?
Oh, yeah.
SSS, Triple S, let's see.
Triple S, he's fine, dude. He's the WWE champion. He's not going to die that easily.
He's Sand King. manages to get away. But yeah, I was thinking, which name would you put on Storm?
On Storm?
Yeah.
Sumail, dude, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
Sumail Storm, definitely.
Guessed as much, yeah.
Let's see, in this game it would be Sumail Storm. Who would be the Centaur? Who's the funniest Centaur player? It's probably between like Ice or like XXX, right? Those guys play Centaur really, really well. Phoenix would be Lizard, of course.
No one strikes me. No one strikes me as like the ultimate Centaur player.
Yeah, that's true. Centaur is just like such a normal offlane hero, right?
Yeah.
You just have to be able to play the hero. Although if Alchemist would definitely be Ramses. Like I feel Ramses is definitely my favorite.
Not Forced?
Ooh, how forced. Okay, now you're taking me back to that amazing juke. TI3 game.
Yeah.
Was it game 1 or game 2?
Top lane, Squad X.
Top lane. Sumail is about to die though because he's gonna get caught out by Triple S. The WWE champion shows up, they get the kill. And they also got the Roshan without suffering too much map pressure overall. Dude, one move is making all the moves here in game 2.
Yeah, it's just so much easier for them to play this game right now. And it truly feels like Virtus.pro are just waiting that one extra item all the time. They're without a move, they can't do anything on the map. Your Phoenix is afraid to use his egg because of Jug. Your Skyrat is just afraid in general, you know, like can't leave the base. Your Storm Spirit is leaving the base, but he's dying, so...
So you're saying this game is 1 move versus 0 move. I see.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're gonna smoke up on the side of VP. They have BKB on Storm. They feel like they are strong enough to fight. So the question is, do they have the vision to fight around? They actually have a pretty decent observer ward, but it's all the way in the bottom side of the map.
Radiant's top tower.
Can they get there in time? They see Einkrad, so they would love to be able to kill him off. That would be an amazing jump if they can find it. Chemical Rage now activated by the Alchemist. They really want this. He's channeling up the stun. They want Einkrad, but they're only going to find the Dark Willow. Not me will be very happy to die for this one, but he's still alive for now. Will eventually get brought down. Stampede going forward. They get onto the back line of the fight, looking for the Muerta, but sadly, Storm Spirit, even with his BKB, already down to half HP. We see Kiritich though with his own BKB, channeling the stun, throwing it in on top of Not Me. They will find that kill, granting a double for this Alchemist. At the same time, there's the stun going out onto Notice. Einkrad and the crew should be able to surround the Centaur and bring him down, making this a 2-for-1 trade off laner for supports. The move looked so good from VP initially, but it got ruined at the last second by the surprise reveal of that Dark Willow plus the Muerta coming in.
The way I see, they overplayed their hand on VP. Like, they actually played very nicely. This team fight could have been disastrous for them, but it wasn't in the end. And I honestly think they performed nicely considering everything. Like, you're playing into Aegis, you're playing into a failed initiation attempt. It didn't really work out that well on the Dark Willow. Your Phoenix is instantly jumped by the Jug, so he can't even egg, he's just running around. The Stampede was on point, it helped out repositioning so they could at least trade their offlane for 2 supports. Like, I honestly think it went better than even maybe they expected after that ruined initiation.
VP getting something out of it and still keeping Alchemist alive. Big deal as well. He is getting really high up there in the farm department. Still at the top of the net worth, as we expect from an Alch. But the main thing is that they get to stop some of the pressure that was going in the opposite direction. But one move sort of realized this. They're like, guys, we can't let the game go against us. We need to keep up the momentum. So they're going to pressure the tier 2 tower bottom with this Juggernaut and search for a kill behind it. They know somebody's probably here. They're blinking around. They're desperately looking for this vision. Einkrad, sadly, not going to be able to find him because this Phoenix is out.
Yeah. A little dive play. Not really what you see too often. It's more like Sunray into TP, but dive TP is also nice. And it's just to survive, which is what matters in the end.
Radiant are scanning.
I think, like, in this game, Phoenix buying a Hex earlier could have, you know, made a bit more of a difference than this Veil on him. He's not even getting close enough to use any of his spells. Or just playing around the Sunray, because you took that face, it was also viable.
They're gonna try and make a move here middle. I13 is scouted, but very difficult customer to jump on. Has Manta, you know, it's a Void Spirit as well with the Mage Slayer. Definitely not a good target. So
Aghanims as well now.
Move will fail.
Yeah, full eggs
Oh, yeah, he
completed.
just finished the eggs. Oh my god. Okay.
Squadix. He might get jumped on.
Yeah, do they have the vision on him? No, they have the eggs, but he does have BKB, so he's gonna be able to get himself away. TP's out as well. But yet again, we see a mid player forced to just BKB TP home without any kind of
Heritage.
play on the map.
Heritage wants to go.
He's just behind these heroes. He's channeling up the stun right now. He's gonna jump onto this Dark Willow, easily kill her off. Rain is gone. Now the question is, can they keep up the fight? They do end up scouting out this young Void Spirit fighting with the Skywrath Mage, and they get the silence out with the stuns. They find Einkrad and kill him. First death in this game. Once the kill streak ended, Kiritic picking up a ton of gold, and the fight's not even over just yet. He can channel the stun. He's looking towards the Muerta. Not me. He's certainly going to end up dead here. He's so dead that his carry just like, bro, I'm just going to hit the tower and TP out. I can't help you.
And he doesn't
What
even,
can I do?
He doesn't even finish the tower.
Oh, no.
This was an Omega outplay by Virtus.pro. Like, they're not in a position to be like setting the terms of team fights at all. Your Storm just lost his BKB TP'd base. They start off... Basically, they went too deep. That's it. Like, one move, they separated themselves. 2 heroes were on mid lane, 3 even.
Well, one move might be the one trying to get some revenge and punish VP for perhaps being too deep. But Kiritic is really, really strong right now. Pops the BKB, Chemical Rage, just goes on to Triple S. Takes away his championship belt and easily gets the kill.
Nah, they just crumbled. Like, one move, they just lost not the full advantage that they had, but they lost the majority of it, because they were in a very comfortable leading position and they just allowed to feed one by one. They allowed to die around that pool area down bottom. Then it's all about Kiritic though. He hid so well around the hard cap and then he jumps from the back. That was very nicely done by him.
Brody. Click on Storm. Click on Storm. I want you to talk to me about this new item that the Storm Spirit just picked up.
Okay, it's actually not that bad. It's not a meme item. It's all about the Galvanized. Like, he gets a ton of mana regen. Like, Galvanized together with Meteor Hammer, you get what, 75% mana regen amp on the Meteor Hammer. That's why you buy it. You'll see in these fights. He's never gonna lose mana. It's literally, it's ridiculous the way it works.
What I want to see next from him, I need him to get the Aghanim Scepter and then Blue Hole into Meme Hammer. That would be amazing.
Of course, you can use it as well, and that Aghanims, you might get it eventually from the Alchemist, so who knows? Maybe your wish will be granted.
One can only hope and dream. But VP right now, their hopes and dreams of continuing in this tournament, feeling very strong after the last couple of engagements. Whereas one move, staring down the barrel of elimination. They realize the spot that they're in, so they're going to smoke up, try to make something happen on the map. But unfortunately, unlike when they were dominating the game, they don't have as much positive vision as they did before, Liz. So this is going to be a bit of a blind move coming in from them if they want to find kills here.
And they can jump though. They have heroes that jump very nicely. Aghanims on Sand King as well. They're going in.
Oh, they go in. They find the silence onto 2. But they're going to go onto Antares first, trying to bring down the Skywrath Mage. The Sunray is keeping him alive for quite a while. They still do get the kill.
Oh, 2
They back
BKBs
off
though.
afterwards. They're thinking about it. BKBs will pop. The Phoenix lures into the air, but as soon as he comes down, he will just get killed off. And they exploit the fact that Storm and Alchemist use their BKBs for absolutely nothing in that moment.
You could see that Virtus.pro, they were still waiting. Like, Skywrath, okay, he dies, but they're thinking about going in. They're thinking about making this move. Like, it's kind of hard. I feel like the only time Virtus.pro can win is if they're the ones initiating, they're the ones jumping in, not the other way around.
Yeah. One move though, on the basis of that fight, can finally clean up the tier 2 middle. Not gonna be able to get much more out of this, but they do assert themselves and say, hey, VP guys, y'all had a couple of good fights, but don't forget, we're actually still really strong right now. If we play properly, we really have strong fights potential at the moment.
Yeah, big difference I would say right now is between the supports. Like that's one. And the other one, of course, is like the way Noticed had a much easier to execute hero in the last game. I think Triple S now has, let's not say easier to execute, but he can do more in these fights. Like he has now his Aghanims, the Pipe, the Blink. He can really create havoc in these fights.
They're smoked up on the side of VP. The Radiant scan will not connect though. One move are also grouping up like they're considering a smoke. I mean, both teams know that Roshan is coming back quite soon. So this would be an opportune moment. The smoke though is going to get broken by Ryan. Gonna go immediately into the Shadow Realm. In the meantime, Notice jumps on the backline trying to find Not Me. Won't be able to kill him. Instead, there it's Kiritich taking a lot of damage from Nesphia. But Squadix jumps in, they kill off Not Me. Notice is in the middle of 4 heroes and he will immediately die there. It's 1-1, but only a support taken away from one move. VP need to run. They don't have Noticed. And they will be able to get themselves out of here, it seems. Long range zip from Squadix. Einkrad also is sitting with the amplified damage rune Lizard. So he's too dangerous to fight.
Whenever I see it in the bottle, it still says double damage. I'm gonna trust the bottle on this one.
Okay, how about this, right? Maybe it's an amplified damage rune normally. Once it gets in the bottle, it becomes a double damage rune. So
And
the bottle is the...
Ah, I see.
Yeah. The bottle is the confounding variable here.
I see. And when you drink it, it becomes amplified damage again.
Then it becomes amplified damage.
Okay, I can get behind that. But yeah, with this double damage rune, they win a fight, they go straight into the pit. They're gonna get the nice little Roshan's banner as well on top of that Aegis. And yeah, like you can see, these fights are looking very damn difficult for Virtus.pro to take. Also, keep in mind that in that last fight, Phoenix wasn't even there. Like I think he was trying to break a smoke or something. He was left kind of behind. So it took him 10 seconds to join his teammates. And if you can't even hope for an egg, you're probably not winning the fight.
Well, he can't hope for anything right now because he's dead. And the Fountain was easily killed off by Einkrad. And also, to make matters worse, Nesphia just picked up a Skadi. This sucks for Alchemist, dude. I mean, we already saw in that last fight, before he got off the Chemical Rage, Nesphia legitimately almost killed him through a solo Battle Fury. Like Blade Fury, sorry. That was crazy damage. And now it's even worse with the Eye of Skadi.
Nah, he's a pretty damn big jug. 8k behind the Alchemist, but of course that's an Alchemist game. However, there is one difference. Alchemist now has an Abyssal. Like with this Abyssal, maybe you can even, if you can maybe abuse some Nesphere's over-aggression. You know, if he goes really deep with the spin, thinking he's safe, thinking he's gonna Omni-Slash afterwards, maybe you can just Abyssal him and kill him off in the Blade Fury. It's possible, but not possible until the Aegis is reclaimed. And there's a long way to go.
They're still leveraging that Aegis to try and put some aggression in the top side of the map. Roshan's banner getting dropped down. Invincible creeps. So VP, what are you gonna do? Gotta deal with this in some fashion. They still do have a glyph of fortification though. Notice jumped in to try and take down the banner. Will succeed in doing so. The question is, will he escape with his life? Looks like he will. The Sunray coming in from FNG will provide the necessary salvation. Yule Scepter coming in right now. Tossing him into the air, meaning that the Borrow Strike did not connect. Whose Yule's was that actually?
It wasn't his. He doesn't have one. I suppose it's from the Muerta actually, not me did it. Kiritich.
Kiritich jumping in, getting the full channel on the Unstable Concoction. Triple S is gone. There's an egg drop down as well. Abyssal Blade comes out on Nesphia. He will lose his first life. Terrorize, sending a couple of heroes back, but we'll see if they want to stick around for life 2. Notice, finding the stun on the 2. They really want to try and bring down this Juggernaut. Jug is falling low. He's been grabbed in by Squadix. He's spinning away, but there is a lot of damage on Kiritich. Fortunately for him, though, they do get him out of here. Drums gets popped. They push him away with the 4-staff, and that will keep him alive.
They do get the Dark Willow.
Lose 2 heroes.
Yeah. They get the Dark Willow in the end. You know, the execution of Virtus.pro is just cleaner. It's just cleaner, man. Like, when you're playing Jug into this kind of a lineup, Omni-Slashing is not the play. You save the Omni-Slash for the last bit of damage, and you need to play around the Blade Fury because you're playing against an egg. Like, you need that Blade Fury. You're the one that's supposed to win these teamfights. Look at this. If he just pops... Like, this Omni-Slash is just easily tanked by the two of them. And then you can't really deal with the Phoenix. The gem is on the ground, the Sand King is already dead. Nice little instant stun, by the way, by the Centaur. Mid lane, Phoenix. No more gem. And the tip from Antares. I mean, FNG has been feeding the whole game. He's 1-5. And so far, every time he dies, it's whatever. But this time around, he actually feeds the gem back. That's not great.
Let's just say that this game feels more like FNG from yesterday. Let's just put it that way. Not the best time.
Besides that last egg, it was really damn good.
Yeah, the last one was pretty good. That was dope, yeah. That was hella dope. Well, with this gem, Einkrad feels a little bit confident going forward. He's only died once, so he's still definitely, you know, we'll allow him that one death. Death quota still maxed out from game 1. He's playing amazingly here in game 2.
Yeah, one problem that I am seeing from VP as well is like I've been harping on the supports, but like look at it truly feels like you have 2 position 5s on Radiant. Like 36 minutes in, okay, Phoenix has some farm, but with the Philly Stone and everything, he could have an item on top of all of his. Like he has Shiva's Vessel, he could have half a hex at this point. And meanwhile, Skyrat is Glimmer and Solar Crest. I don't know, it's just lacking a little bit of that oomph from 4 that's just really gonna change the course of a fight.
One move, wanna try and make a new fight happen as they're gonna smoke up on their side of the base. They just had an Aghanim Scepter delivered to the Juggernaut, so they want to deliver this into the Alchemist potentially. They try to scan into the jungle, but they're not gonna find anybody, sadly. So the smoke will not actually accomplish anything, it seems, because VP are also like, where are all these guys? Let's just go back to base, boys. Play safe until we have better information.
Ah, that's what you think. However, noticed, okay, he does that. He does that. Even the Lotus Sword popped on him, so very well aware that something's afoot.
Yeah. They're going to smoke themselves on the side of VP. They still don't actually have that good vision. There's an Observer Ward in their jungle, but it's nighttime, so it's not going to actually see these one-move heroes, really. I think they just barely saw Not Me. Like, he just walked into vision range, so they know where they're at. They don't have an exact bead. Who's going to make the jump? Noticed and Squad X both ready to go forward.
Einkrad.
Noticed. Oh, no, they come across Einkrad. He gets out with the Dissimulate, though. Jumps to the low ground, so he's going to be safe.
Nothing big also used, by the way. Manta, kind of big. Like, it gives them this like 20-30 seconds time where Antares can pop his silence on him. So, like, even Manta being used is big, but no BKBs, nothing like that.
Game right now kind of hanging on a knife's edge. Not Me.
Oh?
Gets the Yules out, you know, had an Observer Ward on the high ground. Swadex will be forced to pop BKB. With that BKB being used, they all have to just run away. Although Antares might not be lucky enough to do so. He is dead. Sorry, bro.
Yep.
Feels bad.
I just love that Storm has almost as much regen as in the Fountain. Like, just 40 mana regen feels good, man.
What the hell is this? 40 mana regen. This is like, you know, those games where you have like some alchemist when he's sitting with Heart and in Chemical Rage and you just see his HP number. You're like, what is this regen? Like, what's going on? It's like 60 or 70 regen. This is crazy. Mans is out here. Right now, though, one move I think are starting to consider the potential for the next Aegis as well. They didn't end up being able to use the last one very productively for their team, but they know it should be coming soon-ish. We'll see in 30 seconds what's going to be the actual spawn. Will it be a super short one like yesterday? How fast was yesterday's one? Like 40 seconds or something? Let's see how it all transpires and how it all goes. What's coming next in terms of itemization? Let's see. So Getting a nullifier eventually from the Alchemist, of course, with the Swift Blink, so that's fine. Squadix going for the Bloodthorn. Tara is heading into some GG boots, noticed. Wants a Yule Scepter for himself. Okay,
Are scanning.
I like Yules. Yules make sense to me. We will see now, noticed. Heading himself into the mid lane. Just finding a little bit of a stun onto Muerta there. Not that big a deal. But I think the place for this game is going to be around Roshan. That's what this is all about at the moment. Twin Gate being taken to the... Not good. All right. There's a Roshan being taken at the moment, but we'll wait to come back because we're offline, baby. Low. No worries. Oh, yeah. We are back, everybody. Couple of gremlins in the system, but we have sorted them out. The question is, Big Admir, with this Aegis, can one move actually get a set of racks at last?
They have to execute properly, you know. It's a big advantage that they just got. Like you got this Aegis. You also have an Aghanim Zone Jug. He's building into a butterfly. I don't think that you have to force it, but you can. You also have a Blink Hex. Storms in. Hex instantly.
Storm jumps in, but he gets hexed up. Storm is in danger. Squadix though does get off the BKB and survives, and they kill off Muerta whilst Kiritich is able to easily chomp down the Dark Willow. Aincrad, he's on the high ground. He's been bashed up. He's gonna get called back in. He's gonna get killed. 3 heroes taken away, and now Squadix is not done. He reaches forward, finds Netsphere, and not only did
all that advantage, and it's all gone. Like their high ground is being kicked. I'm not sure what you guys have seen, but this Meteor Hammer is the first thing that you get to see after that last fight. The last fight that was abysmal for one move. Virtus.pro just proving that they can play these team fights a bit better. Like even with the Storm jumping in and being hexed. Like he jumps in, he's hexed. Like that's basically your go time. You should be able to follow up with the Sand King stun and then you kill him. I'm not sure what happened there that just made it that's just made one move unable to do so. They are just not stacking their stuns well enough to kill off the Storm. Okay, he has Lotus on him. I still think you commit. You commit the stun, you commit the Jug, just right-clicking him, you kill him off. And at this point, I'm thinking maybe the Jug needed some sort of a bash, like looking... I don't think that's the problem, though. I just think they're executing a bit better on VP.
Yeah, just being outplayed. Squadix jumped onto the high ground, just squabbling with this Ironclad Void Spirit, and Void Spirit's actually dead. He's gone. Kiritich got on top of him. 90 seconds in the grave, does not have buyback. This is a problem because, you know, Sand King, yeah, he can jump in, but he can't get out. If he goes in, he could very easily find himself getting killed off. The Meteor Hammer from Squadix is what ends up securing the tier 3 tower. Hashtag calculated itemization, man.
Yeah, they have another tier 2 to finish off on the bottom lane. 22k advantage now. Yeah, every single thing that was kind of missing on that side is now there. Like you get still no hexes on their side, but they have an Abyssal with the Swift Blade on Alchemist. They have a Refresher now on Phoenix, like he's Omega rich. They're not gonna go for tier 2 instead. They are eyeing up another fight maybe around top.
The balance of this game has changed completely, and indeed they are eyeing it up. FNG sitting with the Ninja gear, hoping to try get in. Kiritich is also going to wait in the wings, ready and happy to just jump in with the Chemical Rage and the Unstable Concoction. But for now, their priority is going to be the buildings, take down the range racks. Still about 20 seconds left before the Void Spirit returns, so there's no way to stop them from taking the racks.
Nice little death shot into a Bramble. But this is just not gonna happen. You can't fight this. They're just gonna back out. Nice fight by Virtus.pro. Well, no fight. Nicely taken, 2 sides that is. And now you can, you know, play around this area. Maybe ward up the triangle, take down the tier 2. The only question is, will one move instantly go and try to contest this? And they will smoke up. They have a BKB on Sand King.
This is the last hurrah, Liz. If this fight goes south, I do not see any viable path into this game for one move. Get the dead shot to get quite a bit of decent vision. Triple S is coming in, looking for the stun up, but notice, gets onto the Muerta first. There will be the stun going out onto the Phoenix. Supernova does come out. Juggernaut immediately gets set on destroying that and will succeed. Throws out the Omni Slash as well, but Kiritich doing so much damage onto the Sand King. The Sand King is gone. Einkrad coming in to render assistance, but he just gets chopped to bits by this Alchemist. Kiritich doing his best impression of her force, but now he doesn't have his BKB anymore, so Nesphere is going to try and bring him down. He can't do it though, because Squadix is there. The Vortex makes sure there is no kill. That's a triple for the Juggernaut. He's forced to buy back. They're going on to Einkrad. If he dies here, it's a dieback, so he's forced to retreat from this fight. So far, so good. Omni Slash though, coming in from Nesphere. He gets on top of Kiritich and kills him. Almost
Alchemist
able to bring down this egg as well. Alchemist buying back to try and return into this fight as Einkrad is playing on the edges around Squadix. But now Kiritich is back. They get the Abyssal Blade stun onto the Juggernaut. He is gone. 2 minutes, no buyback. Squadix, will he die here? Yes, he will, but he buys back instantly to try and come and end this game. And they're still chasing Einkrad. He's been silenced up. The Psymath Mage has the vision. Here's Squadix with the buyback. Einkrad is in this little crevice, but he should end up dead. Doing his best to dissimulate to and fro, but he gets caught out. No more places to hide. No more places to go. No more opportunities to win. They call GG, well played, and one move end up throwing their advantage. And Virtus.pro come back to make it a 2-0 sweep and to progress on their road to the International.